Is TJ Maxx considered thrifting? Now, normally I would say no, but with how expensive thrifting has gotten lately, it might be close. So today we are going to be thrifting in TJ Maxx to see if we can find any thrift-worthy deals or not. I'm so excited to see how TJ Maxx compares to thrift stores nowadays, especially with the brands, the quality, the pricing, of course. I haven't been to TJ Maxx in a very long time actually, so I really have no idea what kind of stuff they have in there now. I do know though that they have fitting room, even though the lighting is very confidence destroying. I'm grateful they have them, so we will be able to try some pieces on, which will be great because even if it looks good on the hanger, what really matters is how it looks on you. So I do have a wish list of things that I'd love to find at TJ Maxx for a really great deal, but we will talk about that when we get inside.
I felt really lucky this day because this TJ Maxx actually is relatively new. It felt so big, so bright and clean. It was really busy though and kind of chaotic. Like I didn't enjoy the experience of having people kind of everywhere and all in your area and everything. And there's something about TJ Maxx that just feels so overwhelming. Like I don't know what it is. If it just feels like there's more clothes to look through than the average store. But before we get to my wish list, I wanted to show you guys something that was not on my wish list at all.
Martha Stewart. What the heck? Oh my gosh.
Definitely wasn't expecting that at all. But here's what is on my wish list. The main thing, honestly, is just dresses. And that's mostly the reason I came here today. Not only because I've been wanting dresses for a while, but we also have a wedding at the end of the summer in Texas. And I was like, this is a perfect excuse to get a really fun dress. And honestly, you guys, we had a really good day for dresses at TJ Maxx today. So stay tuned for that. After looking at tops, I went to the set section, which they have really interesting different matching sets, which I hadn't really seen much before. But this is very much a TJ Maxx thing to sell things in pairs. I realized very quickly that they love to do this, which I don't necessarily mind, and sometimes it can be a really good deal, but I typically just want one of whatever they are selling, or at least have the ability to buy the one piece for a cheaper price. I was really liking the styles at TJ Maxx. Like they had everything from polka dots, gingham, to different styled shirts, like this really big collared top with like some kind of puffy sleeves. I feel like they had a very wide range of aesthetics here.
I'm not gonna lie, I came over to clearance because I am overstimulated, very busy here. Okay, we made it to the dresses. I'm really excited about it.
Not gonna lie, for a second there, I thought these dresses were sold as a set, but they just happened to be on the same hanger, so they were sold separately. But it was really interesting to look through the dresses here. There was so much variety, so many different styles from one dress to another. Like, how fun is this embroidered orange Also, that brand, the Joey brand, you definitely see a lot here at TJ Maxx. This dress though, it's kind of weird, but we had to try it on. This one you could feel was so heavy. It ended up being $70. I don't know if you guys have heard of this brand, but it felt very luxe. To be honest, at first, I didn't feel like I was having very much luck in the dresses. Like there just wasn't anything that was truly hitting the mark in things that I really loved.
This one's kind of fun. I don't love how it says mango. It's probably too big. This one's pretty.
But even still, we had a lot of dresses in the cart because I live by the rule of you really never know until you try it on. There actually has been so many things that I think look so ugly on the hanger, and on me, it actually looks so cute. I found a lot of my favorite pieces that way actually, so that is why I'm a big advocate for fitting rooms, and anytime that you can try something on, it is really crazy how things just look so different on your body than they do just hanging in a void. Also, trying things on is a big way of how I've learned kind of what my color season is and what colors look good on me. There's been plenty of like trending colors that I think are so cute on the hanger, but then I try them on and I just look sad and dull. And then the opposite often happens too, where it'll be the craziest color on the hanger, but on me I end up loving it. But okay, enough about that. Back to shopping at TJ Maxx. We're back at the clearance again, and honestly I would say that the clearance section at TJ Maxx is the most like thrifting. Like this really nice sweater was $10, and at Goodwill they probably would have this marked at like $12, so that's a pretty good deal honestly. It does kind of remind me of thrifting though, because a lot of the clearance stuff is a little outdated and not really the right styles, but I did find that Rachel Roy brand that I really liked at Goodwill, and I didn't love that shirt necessarily, but still super cute. But just the way that things were organized at TJ Maxx was kind of hard to follow. Like I kept missing things.
Oh, there's some more dresses coming over here. You guys know I don't really need any denim shorts, but colored shorts would be fun. This brand I didn't know was like TJ Maxx, but wait, how much are these? I don't know how much they are. Ooh, those are really cute, but they're not my size.
I think another reason why TJMaxx feels like thrifting is they sometimes only have one thing of each item. Like, as you can see in these pants, there really is only one of each style of pant in each size. So when you do find something in your size that you really love, it literally might be the only thing in the store that looks like that. And that just feels so much like how thrifting does to me, where you're like, I might never see this thing ever again. I ended up coming across even more dresses that I missed before, so I threw a couple of those in the cart. Like I said, TJMaxx is just scattered everywhere. There is so much stuff in different sections that you can miss a lot of things, honestly.
Okay, I still haven't found the pajama section. I don't think it's this, because these are just bottoms. Okay, I found it. It's way back here. This product is really cute. How much is this? 16? This brand again. I don't like shorts though. This is cute too. It's not a bad price for a matching set. This is small. This is expensive. Oh, you guys, I need a microphone so bad, but my camera doesn't have like a setup for that. It's interesting. I don't know if I love the fabric though. It feels kind of fun. Came across the clearance pajamas. Ooh. Oh, you get 2 slip shorts. Well, these are interesting. What fabric is this? $10? Wait, are those kind of fun? Or are they ugly? Unfortunately, polyester, but I think we'll still try it on just for fun. And I think they just have sleep shorts here too. Kind of cute. Ooh. I want sleep pants.
I was actually really excited to check out the shoes, but honestly, I was pretty disappointed. There really wasn't a lot of variety or things that I was interested in. A lot of things were pretty out there, I would say, like very specific styles, and some of them were just completely busted. Like this one, it didn't even have the little gem on the little flower thing. I did really like these blue Reeboks. I thought these were so cute, and honestly, I was very tempted to get them. But I didn't feel quite the same about these massive Crocs.
Okay, wait, these though, Dolce Vita, but they do have a mark on them. Those are really cute. I actually don't even know how much they are. Dang it. These are way too big anyways. I'm sorry. Why are these so fun? Look how sparkly. Am I just crazy? The more I'm walking in them, the more they kind of cut off my foot. Like they're not very comfy to walk in at all. But they are fun. Okay, there's also juniors dresses.
Like I said, at this point, I think I had gone through like 5 separate racks of dresses. But I'm so glad I came across this rack because they just had a little bit more youthful, different styles that I was really excited to try on, honestly. I also ended up finding the same dress, but in an extra small here, which was really good because just visually, I think with dresses, I tend to need an extra small, especially in the TJMaxx dresses.
Okay, I last minute found this dress. How cute is that? I don't know about these either.
Not gonna lie, I was a little nervous when I was looking at my cart because I remembered that TJMaxx only allows a certain number of things in the fitting room at a time, but the number is now 10, which I feel like gave us a decent pile to start with. And I don't know if this is just my TJMaxx, but the lighting was upgraded so much better than I remember it being. The lady at the fitting room desk was so nice, and she gave me this dress to try on because she was like, girl, you would look so cute in this, and she was right. I don't think I've tried on anything in this corset style before, so this was a new experience for me, and it really looked good. The fit of this dress honestly was perfect. I wouldn't really change a thing with the fit. I will say the fabric felt a little bit polyester-like. I don't know exactly what it was. Not my favorite feeling fabric, and I feel like you would get hot in it really fast, but I do love how fluffy the bottom was. It had a double layer, which was really nice. I love a dress that can spin. I just think that's so fun. I also love the brown gingham. I thought that was super cute. It just really looked good on me, which I was shocked. I think the one downside is it is a little bit fancy, kind of sexy, maybe not as casual as I'm looking for, but we were off to a good start. The next dress is in this Joey brand that I kept seeing everywhere in this really pretty blue-green pattern. I love this dress when I put it on. It instantly felt so comfortable. I found out later that it was 100% cotton, which is actually super impressive. The neckline and ruffles of the dress reminded me of Shea McGee or a Christy Dawn dress or something. I really liked it, and I liked how it had the fun tasseled belt where you could tighten it and give it more shape if you wanted. This dress felt both fancy and casual at the same time. Like I feel like I could wear this to the grocery store and it wouldn't be too crazy, but I also feel like I could wear it to that wedding in Texas, and I feel like it would fit in just perfectly and I'd still be super comfortable. I also love the colors of this dress. I feel like maybe they could be a little brighter, but I felt so at home. Like in this dress, I felt very me, which is what I'm looking for, especially since I'm trying to wear dresses more casually. I was actually really stunned by this yellow dress. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, but when I put it on, I was like, whoa. why am I in love with this dress? Surprisingly, the little like beads on the straps weren't bugging me as much as I thought they would. They still were a little bit different. Like it almost seemed like they were hanging on by a thread, but I didn't mind them. I loved how much skirt there was. It felt really flowy. There was also pockets, which is always a plus. I really loved the simple shape of this dress, and I also love the yellow. I don't know, something about this yellow or just yellow in general, I feel like looks so pretty on me, and I just felt like I was glowing, honestly. I was shocked that the length of the dress fit me perfectly, which never happens. However, the top, because this was a small, it just was a little wide, which I really didn't love that. I think it would look much cuter if it was just a little more fitted to me up top, but I definitely could see myself wearing this to the wedding in Texas and also just other events afterwards. This was such a good one. At this point, I was like, surely we have to hit a dud of a dress, but no. This one actually fit me perfectly. I am obsessed with this style of dress. Look at how good it fits. It also has pockets. I love the smaller top and how it flows out kind of wide. It also didn't have a lining underneath it or anything, which I love in the summer when you just feel like you're wearing a cotton sheet, especially when it's really hot out. That's just the best. And this one was somehow only $20. I was shocked. I actually even really liked the red and white stripes, but I do think because of that, I probably wouldn't wear it enough. So I wish I could have a dress like this in so many other colors. Truly, that would be the dream, and I am now currently on the hunt for that exact thing. Now, this little short dress was fun. This reminded me of being a kid for some reason in the summer. Just a perfect throw-on dress. I love the tie straps at the top, but it was really short, and it also was pretty wide, so I felt like if I bent down, if the wind blew up, you would be seeing everything, which is not ideal. I really loved the colors of this dress though. I love the rich green mixed with this kind of like teal and white. The fabric was also just so soft and it felt so comfortable on. The lighting in the fitting room was really difficult with the camera because it looks better facing me, so I turned the camera around so you could see. This is also me trying to decide if I should buy this dress specifically for New Mexico. AJ and I are going on a trip to New Mexico to visit his family, and I feel like this looks like the vibe. And for $17, that is not a bad deal at all. And honestly, this next dress kind of gives me New Mexico vibes too. It's a little bit out there. I remember I threw it in the cart just for fun, but honestly, I liked this. I don't love the pattern on it as much, all the little symbols and stuff, but I love the shape of the dress and I love the pink. I feel like this pink is really good, and I don't know what color this pink is, but I like it. I feel like it really complements my hair and skin tone. This dress also just felt really nice. It was a little bit heavy. I think it had like a double lining to it. I love that it had adjustable straps too, and I just like that this dress is shaped where you're not thinking about your body. It's so effortless. You just throw it on. I love a dress like that. But I love that with this one, you definitely would be asked where you got it. Next, we tried on a matching set, and my intent with this was pajamas, even though it's not made for that. The fabric wasn't the best, but the fit was actually incredible. This was a medium, so I was a little nervous, but honestly, the pants fit perfect, even around the waist, which is a miracle. The top was a little loose, but honestly not bad. I was really surprised at how much I loved this. I love the contrasted print. I feel like this is what I've been looking for, and I think it's really fun. I don't think I could ever wear it out of the house like this as an actual matching set, like to dinner or something. It just gives pajama vibes, but it almost is a little bit too fancy for pajamas, but I love this. This would also be so fun as pajamas. I could definitely see myself being cozy in these in the summer. I was not expecting to like these as much as I did, and for $30, I was very much considering this. This shirt was one of the first things I put in the cart, and honestly, it was just kind of random. I didn't know if I'd find anything else cute. And the shirt was cute, not really for me, a little long. The arms were super tight, and I think it just looks a little busy. I wish the pattern was a little bit more bold, but I love this style of top, and it's really fun because it's so different than something you'd find maybe at Target or Old Navy. Now, this top is what I mean when I say bold print. You can see how large the print is, how contrasted it is, and I just love a palm print for some reason, like a tropical look. I think it looks so cute on me. This shirt felt really heavy and nice. The quality of the fabric was really good. I feel like the fit was okay. It definitely was a little bit odd around the arm, and I feel like the kind of peplum style was a little bit different, so we ended up passing on this one, but I do like the idea of it. This was another top too that I liked the idea of. I wasn't as crazy as the pattern on the hanger, but when it was on, I thought it looked really cute. I will say the sleeves on this one were a little loose on the shoulders, like it felt like it wanted to slip off, but otherwise the fit of it was really cute, and I actually think this pattern looked really good on me. However, it was really itchy and hard. Like, it did not feel soft or comfortable at all, which is honestly such a bummer because it's it's such a fun personality top and something different for the summertime. I think this is so fun. All right, you guys, we made it through the first batch. Now it's time for round 2. Remember grabbing that random little pajama set? Well, I didn't, but we are about to try it on. It went about as you would expect it would. This just felt terrible. It's not the kind of fabric you want to sleep in. It's that very slippery, slimy fabric. And the fit of this was just awful. Look at how the shorts are kind of widening at the hips. It just was odd. I hated everything about it. And then looking at the pattern, I was like, why did I even pick this up in the first place? The buttons though were very cute. I feel like they looked very aesthetic. But yeah, overall, I can definitely see why this is on clearance for $10. Definitely not the pajama set for me. I've started to see this CNC California brand at thrift stores a lot, and typically they have a lot of cute things. I love the idea of these yellow shorts, but in the size department, it just did not fit me right. I feel like looking at it, it probably looks like they fit, like they do fit, but it doesn't have much give. I feel kind of like restricted in them, and I just feel a lot more comfortable with a lot more room in the hips and thighs. That's just my personal preference, but these were cute though. I do love the idea of yellow kind of lime green shorts. I think that's fun. The pockets were non-existent though. They were almost like pointless to even have pockets because they were so short. Oh, and these shorts were short too. I forgot to mention that, but they were just a bit too short for me. I loved the texture of this tank, which is why I grabbed it, but I was not prepared for how good this would feel and look on. I love how flattering and different the neckline is. It looked so good. I also feel like because it was double lined, it had this really heavy luxury feeling to it, and this was only $10. Plus, I love this navy blue color on me. Different shades of navy blue just look so good, and I feel like this was one of them. It was so cute. And for this to be new and $10, I feel like if this was at Goodwill, they probably would mark it around the same price. So honestly, such a steal. But now I had some decisions to make, and this is always the hardest part.
These are the moments I wish you guys were with me because I don't know what to do. Between these 3 things, I know I should probably get a dress. I'm most tempted to get the pajama set. That's why you need friends when you shop, because I don't know what to do.
I decided to go to the bag since not only that was on my wish list, but I thought it would clear my head a little bit. But this actually made it so much harder because I found the bag of my dreams.
Oh, you guys, I love this. I am genuinely obsessed with that.
I have been needing a bigger, better bag for when I thrift and vlog to carry all my camera stuff and everything, and this one was literally the one of my dreams. The only thing is it was $70, and I could not just drop that on a random day. But you better believe I was very tempted, and honestly, I wish I maybe would have.
Okay, here's all the bags I've seen on TikTok. Oh my gosh. Just not very practical. Oh, that one's cool. That's cool too. Okay, that's pretty.
Now I know a big part of TJMaxx is the home decor section, but girl, I had no energy left by the time I was done trying everything on. So let's go back to the car and debrief because I did end up purchasing something, and I wonder if you guys can guess which piece I decided on.
It is raining, like raining rain. It has been such a rainy summer here in the Midwest. I equally love it and hate it. On a day like today, I hate it. I hate walking into a store and then walking out and it just being downpouring, especially when I'm filming. I just want it to be happy and sunny. I have to deal with the rain on the roof of my car because I did decide on something. This was such a hard decision. I was unprepared for how many options there would be for dresses and how difficult it would be to decide. I feel like it's very hit or miss though. It depends your style. A lot of the dresses have to be so niche to what you like and what looks good on you. But I do feel like the prices for the dresses, even though they're a little higher than the thrift store, they're at a pretty good range, $20, $30. But that being said, I did decide on a dress and I got this one. Was this the one that you expected me to pick? Because I'm kind of shocked a little bit that I didn't walk away with that orange yellow floral one. That one was beautiful and I felt really beautiful in it, but the main reason why I went with this one over that one, I just felt like the yellow flower dress just was a little bit too, not like formal, but I felt like I would have to wear it to a nice event. I didn't love the straps with like the little like balls on them. That in itself made it more fancy to me. It would make me less likely to put it on personally. And I don't know, re-looking at the pictures, because I took some pictures of myself in each dress, I don't know, I wasn't as in love with it. But this one, as soon as I put it on, I just felt very at home, very comfortable, very laid back. For me to feel that way in a dress is very rare. Like normally when I put on a dress, I instantly feel very performative or showy or something, I don't know. But this one I really, really liked. I feel like the colors are pretty good. I do feel like it could be a little brighter. Also, I don't know, I feel like the colors, when I put it on personally right away, I was like, wow, I feel like these are really good colors on me, but they do err on the side of a little bit less saturated than what I've been going for lately. But for the wedding in Texas, I thought this could be a really good option where it looks really nice. Like I feel like these like tassels make it look kind of fancy, and the ruffles also make it look really fancy, but it's like not. I also feel like I could dress it down and just wear it on a normal day, which is going to take practice for me. I'm really glad that I ended up finding this in an extra small, thankfully, because I feel like the small, I probably wouldn't have had the same reaction in it. I feel like it would have felt a little bit like it was drowning on me. $29.99. I don't know this brand, but it was everywhere in TJMaxx, as you guys saw. But I'm not mad at it. It really is a good brand. I liked a lot of the stuff that was from that brand. I already feel so much more at peace about that wedding because I just don't really feel like I have much. I really want to go through my dresses soon though, so this is definitely a motivation to, now that I added a dress, to get rid of a couple, and I definitely have some to get rid of. I feel like I'm less attached to my dresses than I am even my crew necks, because crew necks are just staples for me. They're just like a part of my personality, where dresses are just so few and far between. I'm not as connected to them. I did kind of want to give a couple final thoughts on TJMaxx that I had. Shopping at TJMaxx is exhausting. I forgot how draining shopping at TJMaxx is. It's even more so than a thrift store to me. I don't know if it's just brands of clothes are all very foreign, like you don't really like see a lot of them. There's so many sections. There's typically a lot of people in there. The prices are like it all feels like everything is a deal when it's really kind of not. Like it's always like a little bit more than what you expect it to be. But I will say the thing that impressed me most is the styles that they had there. You can find really, really unique pieces there that you're not going to find at Old Navy, Target. You know, I feel like those places have a lot more basics, where TJMaxx has basics, but they're a little bit different, where you're kind of like, dang, where did you get that? Feels so much like thrifting because you really don't know what you're gonna find in every rack. I feel like you have that opportunity to find that one thing that's left, like that gingham dress that lady pulled for me. It was like the one dress left in the whole store of that style. I hadn't seen it on any of the racks, but there it was. So I feel like you can get lucky that way, which makes it fun. But yeah, I would definitely go back to TJMaxx, especially for dresses. I feel like that would probably be the most likely reason why I would go back, other than just to have fun and look around. Or actually, you know what, bag. I would definitely get a new bag from there, but they're more expensive than I thought they would be. But I was looking at the leather ones, so I feel like that makes sense. I definitely know I will be dreaming about that leather wicker basket weave looking purse. That was beautiful. I'm genuinely tempted to go back and get it, but $70, I just like I can't do it. I don't know. It really was good though. How beautiful would it be to replace this one with that leather basket weave one? So after thrifting at TJMaxx, would I call it thrifting? Probably not. I want to say no, but with an asterisk, it almost is. I feel like some of the deals that I found, like those $10 pajamas, that $10 tank, there was a ton of other really great deals that I'm like, this would be at a thrift store for this much. But I do feel like you have to be in the mood to dig, to say no to the things that are kind of in the upper $20, $30, because before you know it, 2 dresses will add up to $60. And while that's like a good deal, if you're used to thrifting prices, it's not that great of a deal. I almost want to say yes. I feel like it could be if you're willing to search a little bit. This was so fun. I have been meaning to come to TJMaxx for so long. You guys have recommended it for a while, so I'm so glad we finally got to come. I'm so excited over what we found. I feel like this dress is just going to be such a good thing to have, and for $29, I don't think it's a bad deal. So hopefully you see me in it this summer. I'm sure you will. And don't forget to subscribe to the Laundry Chat if you haven't already. I put out videos every Monday and Thursday, and I will see you guys. Oh wait, comment this emoji if you made it this far. And I also just would love to hear any other thoughts you guys had, as per usual. Okay. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.